Some would say, you know, you are all right skinny, but no, I liked you when you were big. What makes them think I would feel they were attractive? Guys have this crazy mindset where they assume women are here to serve and appeal to them. They say things like, I wouldn't wife her, as though that girl had ever considered him as a possible husband. Like, you weren't even a thought in her mind. This sense of entitlement needs to go. They assume women would want them based on the fact that they want her. Like, how silly is that? Some found me more appealing sexually when I was bigger, like I stated, because mainly my breasts and my thighs. They were large. My breasts are still large, but thank goodness my thighs aren't. And that was one of the reasons I lost weight in the first place. It really was. I really got tired of being seen as a sex toy, like a sex object, just something sex. That was just written all over me, not by my attire, just my body itself. You know, I wasn't about to wear like really baggy, loose-fitting clothing all the time, and it wasn't even really tight-fitting. I could go out in some jeans. It's not like I have a huge butt. I don't. But, you know, I could go out in some jeans and a t-shirt that's like a medium large. But either way, I'm going out with this clothing on that's not skin tight. And that's all they would see was, you know, just sex. Something to have sex with. And that's all some of these men see when they look at women. They see something to fuck. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. Y'all know I cuss. And I figure I can do this on this podcast. They see her as something to fuck because she's got a fat ass or big tits and thighs. And that is not a compliment. Not to any self-respecting woman. That is not a compliment. If that's all you want to be seen for, then you might as well get paid for giving it up to them, honey, because they will treat you just like they would a lady of the night. They'll bust their nut and kick you to the curb because that's all they wanted. I had men tell me, like a couple years ago before I lost the 40 pounds, yeah, Kiana, I know you're smart and all, but I get it. But I really just want to fuck because them titties are perfect. I swear. That's exactly what... It was more than one guy. It was weird. I felt like they had met up before and planned what they would say to me while, you know, I would drop some knowledge on them about whatever topic they brought up. And then they're like, okay, yeah, I just wanted to break the ice. Now let me just have some sex. Let me just fuck. That was so insulting. It's very insulting. And they were so blinded by my body, and they were immature and honest. I'll say that. They were so blinded, though. And I'm grateful they were honest. I am. I'm grateful because it helped me size up what was in front of me. Basically, a teenage boy in a man's body. He can keep his little dick to himself. He really can. I was like, cool, that's what you want? All right, cool. Mm-hmm. Bye. Goodbye. Walked off. You can go on and talk to that girl over there. Maybe she'll put up with your mess, but not me. Because I am more than my body. And I found out I loved my slimmer frame. More than my thick/fat one. You know, I was in all three stages. But I loved my slimmer frame. I loved the way the clothes fit on me. Oh. The $5 billion question. Was that sexy? Probably not. Would you slap your mom for $5 billion? Most of y'all probably like, no. Well, then again, probably 50-50. No, on some of y'all. And I actually saw this meme. It's a meme. Natural hair Nazis. And I saw this comment and it just worked my nerves. This lady said, I think it's funny how black women say, I just like switching it up. When referring to natural hair, they just basically like changing their hair. And then she says, I have never once in my life heard a woman of a different race say, I feel like switching it up with some kinky hair. I feel so confident with this afro on my head. You don't hear that from them. Women of other races compliment me on my natural hair all the time, but they're not running out to the nearest beauty supply to buy it. Black women, on the other hand, see another woman's hair and want to go buy it. Other races of women can appreciate my beauty, but still love their own. Why can't most black women do that? Okay. Some of y'all may say, well, she's right. Yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. We may not hear other races saying that because they don't have as many options as we do. I mean, our hair is naturally curly. That's cool in itself. Many white women will curl their hair, and not all white women have curly hair, so that would be one change. But more to the point, you know, length does make a difference. And even white women of different races will add extensions to their hair. Okay, Miss Thang, whom I have never... The extensions. Sometimes we just want the extra length. Lots of women do that. Plenty of celebrities do that. Added length. I get it. But we have the option to straighten out our hair. or just let it revert back to its curly natural state. But we don't have the option to, have hair down our back if that wasn't how it looked the day before. There are plenty of black women with long hair, let me just say that. Plenty, plenty, plenty. And there are plenty of black women with long hair that straighten their hair. So I guess her little statement applies to them as well. Why do we have to be like many, not all, but many white women and keep one look and texture? I love my natural hair. I also love, quote unquote, switching it up, okay? And having a completely different look. Sometimes I get bored with my afro. I do. If someone is bored with something or someone, it doesn't mean they stop loving it. If you're bored with your mate, does that mean you no longer love them? Not at all. Things get stale after a while. If they stay with the same person and do the same things, people will try to, spice it up. That's what I'm doing. I'm spicing up my hair, okay? Looking different doesn't mean I hate who I am naturally. That's an extreme generalization to make, and some people are just too close-minded. They feel that their point of view is superior and make assumptions about anyone who changes their natural appearance as though I'm here to appeal to you, as though I'm really here to make you happy. Get out of here. I get that many black women are ashamed to wear their natural curls. I get that. But I am also wise enough to realize that does not apply to all black women, okay? Like I said, I am not my hair. If I, heaven forbid, had cancer and underwent chemotherapy and my hair fell out, would that mean anything? I've noticed people will argue about long hair and hair in general being your crown. And if you cut it, then you've done something wrong. What if I couldn't help it? What if I had alopecia? Does that argument still apply? Have I lost my crown? Am I no longer special because my hair defined me and now it's gone due to disease or hair clippers? But we are individuals, and black people seem to forget that. I am Kiana Tabitha Foster. I am not you. Do you hear me? I have different interests and different aspirations. The only things we may have in common is skin color and the fact that we're human. Okay? I've never had a man reject me based on my hair either. So I hate when people say, what do men think about natural hair or weaves? Like, who cares? You should want a man that wants you, not your hair. If you were to cut or grow out your hair or even dye it, and that man leaves you, then he wasn't that invested in you in the first place. You know what else drives me crazy is that some people say we hate our blackness if we wear extensions or color our hair or anything like that. Let me just say, if I hated my blackness, I'd order some skin lightener right now and get to bleaching my skin. My hair doesn't make me black, okay? My skin does. Delivery and the words you use are everything. So when you tell someone they hate themselves and their blackness for, changing their hair or whatever, why do you get this goofy ass idea that they'll listen to anything else you have to say? I mean, if someone told you you hated yourself for whatever reason, you would immediately shut them out because you better than they do, and you would feel insulted. Have some respect for others and get your head out your ass. When you see white people tanning, does it mean they hate themselves? Are they trying to be black? Of course not. So stop it. And finally, this whole 2Chainz thing. Okay. Child, have y'all heard about this? Now, THOT, thot, is an acronym for that hoe over there. Basically calling her a hoe. All right. And these people make up new words every day. I cannot take it. I refuse to use these words. It's just stupid. Now, the thing is, they were chatting with her and laughing at her, and she was just not in on the jokes that were pretty obvious, but she wasn't very, very bright. And they told her to leave eventually, and she just did not catch on. She behaved like an airhead for real. Like, she just didn't get it. And I understand, that she wanted to maybe stick around and maybe land a baby daddy or something. I don't know what her intentions were. But she was shameless. Like, they told her to turn around and she turned around. They were laughing at her in her face and she just smiled. She was completely clueless that she was the butt of their jokes. She just did not get it, and you could tell. Now, some people commented, several people actually, that those guys in the video, 2Chainz, the rapper, and his entourage were probably trying to have sex with her and she just wasn't for it, so they started dissing her because there was tons of editing done to that video. I won't believe anyone's word on what was discussed because there was so much editing done. I wouldn't believe who knows what occurred when she was far away from the camera and when she finally got up to them. Because when we see her, she's just sitting down in a room, texting or something on her phone. She's by herself. No one's even near her. So, I mean, if she was a groupie hoe, she would have been all over somebody by then. and her name is Tina. Really, Tina? Really, bitch? This guy's just holding a camera in your face for fun? Really? You didn't think it was on? Goofy bitch. Okay, they told her to leave, but I couldn't help but calling her stupid for putting herself in that situation in the first place. She was with disrespectful rappers and their entourage. I don't hate 2Chainz, but come on, his songs aren't exactly respectful to women. And this video showed how he views many, if not all women, or at least the women that will go, backstage or sneak backstage or whatever. There were other women back there too, but they looked real basic. They were probably like his entourage as well, like doing makeup or something. He was calling her a hoe, and people started harassing her online, and now she's suing 2Chainz for it. She's suing him. It was defamation of character, plain and simple. The video was defamation of character. It had thot all over it, and they were calling her one. I don't understand why people stand up for rappers that disrespect others. I don't get it. I could see if she propositioned him. That wouldn't have been cut out. I don't think that would have been cut out, because that would have reinforced his derogatory comment. Not saying it would be right to do, but it would have made his point. She may be clueless, but she's not that clueless. She did put herself in a situation where inflated egos with money decide what happens. But who's to say she asked for sex? Who's to say that was her motive? I've seen her photographed with lots of rappers at events, and I have not seen her gossip about sleeping with them, like many, many women do. They'll be glad to tell you that they had sex with a rapper. But I can't say she hasn't, though. And honestly, who cares? Who cares? Why are women called hoes and not the rappers when they're sleeping with just as many, even more people? These rappers have sex constantly, and they're praised for it. They can write songs about their promiscuity, but women are shamed for it. And you know why? It's because our society is full of idiots. And if you think that a man can sleep around and not a woman, then you're an idiot. Yes, I said it. I'm talking to you. All our bodies are sacred and special. Let me just say that. But no one is above the other. So don't make the double standard is just that. And there's nothing right about double standards. There's something mentally wrong with people if they stand up for double standards in any way, shape, or form. But really, 2Chainz, he could have handled that situation so much better. He didn't have to demean her and call her. She might have just wanted to meet her favorite rapper. Fans do that all the time, whether they sneak backstage or get invited. They just want to be in the presence of the person they admire. She got to talk to him. Maybe that meant a lot to her. People can have more than one, celebrity idol or whatever word you want to use. Like, they can admire more than one celebrity. And also, not all women want to sleep with celebrities just because they're celebrities. Many have self-respect and wouldn't give a rapper the time of day if they were being disrespectful to them. Why is disrespecting women so entertaining to them? We as black men need to stop wearing our disrespect for women like it's some sort of badge of honor.